Hey again. I've been having a heck of a time trying to make this happen. All I'm trying to do is to get out of this mansion in one piece. Well, I'm not. I mean, I can get out of here, but I'm only gonna get so far in one piece. Let's be honest. I've had technical difficulties. I've had marsupial difficulties. I've had player incompetencies. One after the other. And really okay, the goal is to get to the Morning Star. We want to get a Morning Star. And so that's really all we're aiming for. Get out of here, get a Morning Star. The trouble is, the place where we're at, past the cliff where you have to use the tornado, guess what? It's a horrible night to have a curse. We should probably already have a Morning Star before we got to this point in the game. And at the very least, we should have brought a lot of laurels. If you go this way, it only leads to Dracula's Castle, Castlevania, or a dead end. I think those are the only two things in that direction. So that's no help. There's no town over there. Oh, actually, I take that back. I think there is one town, but it's a dead town because it's so close to Dracula. And in this direction, things get kind of rough under this lake. The enemies are tough, and there are swamps. Long, miserable swamps. And this room I'm in now is where you're supposed to come after you get the Morning Star. Because there's a little room over here in this big room. This is a big room that we're in right here. And there's a small room in the middle bottom with a little cloaked guy who will apply fire magic to your Morning Star. We'll go say hi to him on our way out. In the meantime, I think the best thing I can do is to grind this skull. Grind the heck out of it until sunup. Actually, you know what? Never mind, because I'm not gonna make it past the swamps without a continue anyway. So there's no point to preserving hearts. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Because once I get out here, I might as well just let these guys. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this myself. Right here. Perhaps not the most courageous way, but I did it myself. Actually, it would have been much smarter to get right here and do it there, I guess. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nihilism. It's the only truth. Okay. Here's the swamps. I'm gonna die here. Probably more than once. But now that I have full health... well, that was dumb. I'm gonna see if I can make it across this one, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to die again to make it across this swamp. It really is a horrible night to have a curse. But if we just keep pushing our luck, eventually, one of these days, our ship is gonna come in, and we're gonna have the best night to have a curse that anybody has ever had. Probably should not have jumped into that fireball, but I did barely make it. Okay, good. Now see, I have a laurel, but I only have one laurel. And by the way, this mansion, these guys are going to take like 8 hits, and there's bone throwers right behind them. That's a big mess in there. We're not going to try and do that. This is what we're going to try and do. See, things are looking up. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost there. Oh, this is a depressing session. Okay, right about here, I think, is probably a good time to do this. I might be able to make it out without any more damage. No, maybe not. Well, it's not that bad. At least I made it to the other side, and that's really all I had to do, I think. I think we're good now. I think, from here it's like smooth sailing. Only trouble is, now we gotta grind up 196 hearts. I don't know where those are gonna come from. You know, I'm back in the part of the game where, like, you see this cliff here. This is where things change. Bad stuff over there, good stuff over there. Because it's supposed to be a one-way. Like, you're not supposed to be able to go right over that cliff. Even though I mentioned before that you can glitch jump over that. It's not intended. You're supposed to only be able to come this way as an exit from that bad part of the game. It's the escape route. I wonder if there is... How many lives do I have? I've got 2. If there's a church up here, that might help out. Come on, Jesus. Well, there's a... Okay. No church, I guess. And this is not the... It's the next town to the left that has the Morning Star, if I remember right. There's probably stuff here, like in that door. I could probably buy laurels or garlic, any of which I would like to have. Of course, I can't afford anything. So I guess probably the best way to grind the hearts that we need is going to be to possibly even do that during the night. Boy, that was really cluttering up that sentence. You know, like nighttime when we get to the next town, kill zombies. I think zombies might leave us more hearts than some of this other stuff. This is already a lot easier with just the chain whip even. Oops. I think there's let's see if I can kill these spiders. Oh. Come on, you guys. Because I think there might be a clue, one of Dracula's 13 clues down here in the stonework. I don't know what possesses me to... Yeah. Replenish Earth, kneel by the lake with the blue crystal. Okay, that's kind of a legitimate clue there. I mean, I don't know what it's talking about, replenish the Earth. It's a strange way to put it. Other than just like, you know, it helps you along through the game to do that. And, you know, I guess if Simon defeats Dracula, the Earth will be replenished in some sense. I wonder how much heart monies I get from these guys. Let's see what I got now. Compare. 54. 58. They're only giving me 4. Same. So there's no advantage to eyeballs, really. I don't know why I suspected there might be. Ooh. Boy, this is, you know, I'm doing a lot of backtracking now, so you've probably seen all of this already. Enough that you're satisfied at what all of this looks like and you don't have to see it anymore. It's the first mansion that we went into, by the way. It almost looks like I'm getting better at this whole whipping thing. It might even be. Oh, wait a minute. I think the next town from here, isn't it just, oops. That guy. I'll tell you what though, I love backtracking. I think there are probably situations that I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't know how exactly to describe them. But I love the ability to backtrack. You know, for me, it's like a privilege. Because back in the days, like in this game's era, it was really uncommon. Most games were very linear, and that was there was no deviation from going to the right. And it wasn't until games like this, and Metroid, and, well, even Wizards and Warriors has a great sense of openness, even though you still go one stage to the next. To me, it felt like the worlds were being opened up, being able to go back and forth. It has that sense of freedom, it has that sense of self-motivation, you know? It's like you get to go and do your own thing on your own terms. This is not where I wanted to be. Oh, I think it's on the other... Yeah, it's on the other side of the lakes. There are two towns over there. Oh, I'm here. See how much life I have? I have one little nugget of life. So I'm like sure that this town has a church. And this will help me live. How about some wine and crackers, dude? So yeah, I'm a happy backtracker. That's my favorite type of game, is the ones that are wide open, let you go do your own thing at your own pace. This one, the pace in this game is kind of deliberately, I think, relaxed compared to not only the other Castlevania games in particular, but just games in general. It's sort of easygoing. I wonder if I can get laurels before I go there. And I like the way it sort of... Wow, did you... Oh man, that was so fancy. It's a game where you kind of just... You can settle in, take your time with it, and you just kind of live in this world while you're playing it. Oh, there's the... There's the thorn whip. That's where it's been hiding all along. And to me, that's, I mean, you know, that's quality time. Oh yeah, I knew that. Why did I come in here? So I guess nobody's got laurels. I regret coming back here. I know this is painful to watch and sit through. But hey, guess what? By the time we get back out there, it's going to be real close to nighttime, so that means double the heart money from every kill. Oh, we're really close. We only need 30. Built up a lot faster than I thought it would. See how far we get across this swamp with no laurels. Oh, it looks like I can make it to here anyway. Excellent. Now we go across the lake, and I think it's 2 more towns to that Morning Star. Yeah, I am definitely feeling like I'm getting the hang of this game finally. I was way more rusty than I realized I even would be. Pretty sure there's no church here, but I'm gonna look anyway, and I'm probably not gonna make it in the church before nightfall. What did I tell you? I think a lot of these things about this game, all the backtracking, the sort of sloppiness about it, like, I don't know how to describe what's sloppy about it, but it's got some sloppiness in the way it plays and the way it's structured. But and then there's all the backtracking, and then the interruptions for the night and day. I think that's the kind of stuff. Oh, you know what? See, what I was gonna say is I think that's the kind of thing that throws off a lot of players and makes them not like this one, but I think there's also a large part of that is just comparing it to the other Castlevanias. Players who are attracted to straightforward action games like Castlevania, I guess, are just turned off by these kind of, well, like turning that action game into this kind of a game where it's all long-term exploring and trying to find your way. But the bigger issue, I think, is probably the totally inscrutable puzzles. And I hesitate to even call them puzzles. It's more just like beat your head against the wall roadblocks, because if you don't have some, oh man, if you don't have some outside source of information, this game is like a brick wall. I mean, who would know to kneel with a crystal at the cliff, you know? I think there's actually a clue somewhere in the game, but it actually says bang your head against the cliff. Not very helpful. I don't actually mean to have to grind here, but since my life is so low and I want to keep the hearts that I built up, I'm gonna hang out by this church until the sun rolls back around. Again, I know, it's painful, but these are extreme circumstances. And I really want to make this happen this time, because this is probably like the 5th or 6th time I've tried to record this. Unsuccessfully. I think at least once or twice I effectively trapped myself by using the laurel at the wrong time, and I couldn't get across the swamps anymore. I'm not even sure if that's, I mean, really just you get locked in there? It's nice that the zombies just vanish as soon as the sun comes up. Now, I think the next town we get to is our destination. And there's not that much to get through. But those darn little slimes, I'm not even going to chance it with three bars of life. I guess I would if I had, you know, laurels or something to get me through there quick. Alive. 230. We're in good shape. There's our Freddy. It's hard to gauge how he's gonna go. And sometimes he fakes you out, and sometimes he just go. Come on, man, really? Am I going the right way, or was I supposed to go downstairs? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, upstairs, top floor. There's a special door up there. It's on its own little elevated platform. And that's how we know we're in the right place. I always wondered about these towns, how they're... I mean, it's so vertical. I can't really envision this in a real life scenario. But something about it really appeals to me. I've always really liked these Castlevania 2 towns. Okay, I'm not gonna freak out. The freaking out has been suspended and cancelled indefinitely. But I do want to find that Morning Star. Oh, here we go. Okay, not the top floor exactly. And we made it in here before it was another horrible night. Alive, with hearts enough to finally buy this Morning Star. You want to see what it looks like? Hang on. See it? Okay, hang on. You want it? Okay, hang on. No, here it is. Look at that. How beautiful is that? It reaches all the way over there. It flickers. It's got a pointy thing. We're gonna kill lots of things with this, and it's gonna feel good. And then, we're gonna put fire on it. But we're gonna do that later. For now, we're calling it a wrap.